Manmohan Singh, a name synonymous with economic reforms in India, is often hailed as the architect of India's liberalisation in 1991. But how well do we know the complete story of this renowned economist? Today we uncover the real facts about his legacy, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Let's dive into the untold truths that history books often overlook. Manmohan Singh's illustrious career began long before 1991. Between 1972 and 1987, he held key positions shaping India's economic policies. From 1972 to 1975, he was the chief economic advisor in the finance ministry. In 1976, he became the secretary in the finance ministry. From 1980 to 1982, he served as a member of the Planning Commission. Between 1982 and 1985, he was the governor of the Reserve Bank of India. And from 1985 to 1987, he was the deputy chairman of the Planning Commission. For 15 long years, Singh was a pivotal figure in India's economic decision-making. Yet, by 1991, India faced an economic catastrophe, a balance of payments crisis that brought the nation to its knees. By early 1991, India's foreign exchange reserves had plummeted to a mere $1.2 billion, enough to cover just 2 weeks of essential imports. The country faced a dire choice: act or collapse. In May 1991, India mortgaged 67 tons of gold to raise emergency funds of $400 million. While this move averted an immediate disaster, it was seen as a national humiliation, deeply wounding the pride of a gold-loving nation. This painful moment, however, became the catalyst for historic economic reforms under Prime Minister Narasimha Rao's leadership, with Manmohan Singh as finance minister. These reforms included trade liberalisation, easing import restrictions, fiscal discipline, reducing deficits, industry deregulation, reducing government control, and rupee devaluation, making exports competitive. But were these reforms entirely voluntary? No, they were mandated by the IMF and World Bank as conditions for the bailout. The crisis had forced India's hand. Fast forward to the UPA era, from 2004 to 2014, where Manmohan Singh served as Prime Minister. While India experienced impressive GDP growth, this period was also marked by widespread corruption and economic mismanagement. Here are some of the most infamous scams that rocked the nation. The 2G spectrum scam in 2008, where 1.76 lakh crore was lost due to underpriced telecom licenses. The coal allocation scam in 2012, leading to a loss of 1.86 lakh crore in a non-transparent allocation process. The Commonwealth Games scam in 2010, where mismanagement and corruption caused 70,000 crore in losses. The Adarsh housing scam, a project meant for war widows exploited by bureaucrats and politicians. And the Chopper scam, involving kickbacks in VVIP helicopter purchases. These scandals revealed deep-rooted issues of governance and accountability. By 2013 to 2014, India's growth had slowed to 4.5%, the lowest in a decade. The twin deficit problem, fiscal and current account deficits, led to a sharp depreciation of the rupee. The public's frustration with corruption and stagnation ultimately contributed to the UPA's defeat in the 2014 elections, paving the way for the BJP-led NDA government under Narendra Modi. Manmohan Singh's legacy is a tale of two halves: a brilliant economist who transformed India during a crisis, and a prime minister whose tenure was overshadowed by scandals. As we revisit these chapters of history, let us remember the importance of transparency, accountability, and prudent economic management. Only then can we ensure a brighter future for the next generation. History should be a lesson, not a tool for manipulation. Like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into untold stories.